Alright. Today is the day! We're gonna make something special. What is going on, everybody? Today is a wonderful day. We got a 1060, this behemoth. We got a CPU cooler, Cool Master, garbage. Pretty much what we're gonna be doing. We're taking out we're reusing the RAM sticks in here, and then we're going to reuse the power supply. Take out my hard drives, and we're gonna be transferring it over to getting it into a new PC case. So pretty much that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna upgrade PC components. Let's get into the video. B-roll starting now. This thing's massive. Like, actually, when you actually look at it, the 1060 has 2 fans. This has 3 fans, and these fans are thicker than that. That tells you more horsepower, more performance, more domination on Halo. They're not ready for us. Onyx solo/duos. Try to get to Onyx rank in open queue. Let's get into it. Just got done switching our parts out of our PC, going into our new PC. Here are the parts that I actually decided on picking up. Alright, AIO CPU cooler fan. I ended up going with a Corsair H150i Elite Capulixy 3 AIO 360mm. And memory, I went with a Western Digital Gate M.2 500 gigabytes. Got this for a steal for around $42, $43, $50 in that range. Motherboard, I went up with a MSI B550 Gaming Plus. Got this through the Black Friday deal. Might as well copped it up through Best Buy. Case fans, we went up with it is the Corsair LL 120mm fans. These are gonna bright up. We went with a total of a 2 3-pack fans, so we're gonna have a total of 6 fans plus AIO, which that'll make it a total of 9 fans. We're gonna bright this thing up like Christmas lights of RGB. You know, a little bit RGB overkill. Power supply, we're reusing a power supply. Went with an 850 watt EVGA power supply. For the GPU, I went with RTX 3070. Went with this because I was debating either getting a 3070 or 3080. I didn't have the intentions of going with the 3060, just for the fact because 3070, 3080, those are my intentions. The middle ground, this thing is beauty. Total of 3 fans. Gosh darn beauty powerhouse. Let's go. What is a bunch of backplate boards that could go in your CPU cooler fans. You know, we went with a Majin Blue CPU case thing, a backplate. This will go over the AIO cover. So, and then this is Goku and I think looks like Vegeta watching Ryu and Ken. This is a backplate for the GPU, and then same thing with the backplate. Went with Mandalorian, Grogu, and Dajin, if that's his name correctly, for Mandalorian. Went with upgrading towards the 8TB internal HDD hard drive. Need more memory. And as well, reusing my 2TB HDD, 2TB hard drive, paired up with a 250GB SSD. We're reusing a total of 216 gigabytes of RAM. So we're reusing this. We'll make that towards 32, 16 times 2, 32 light work. Processor, we went up with the Ryzen 5 5600 Zen 4. Zen 4 for our processor. Originally went with the Intel i5 8th generation. So having more cores and threads is gonna help with Ryzen. So I ended up switching to the dark side of Ryzen. And lastly, over here, you guys can see we got a whole bunch of clutter, you know, due to buying stuff. Case went with a Lian Li dynamic case. Went with a black and white case itself. So this is our first time actually going for like a compact case. I was interested in getting the mini series for the Lian Li, but it can't fit a 360mm. So if we're gonna be doing that, let's get into doing the unboxing / setup on the PC. First thing what you want to do when you're building a PC setup, we're going to be getting a motherboard up. As soon as we get our motherboard out, first things first I like doing is getting the CPU. That's the next step. Once you get your motherboard out, we're going to do the CPU. So Ryzen 5 5600. Bada bing, bada boom. Next step is get some thermal paste. There should be already thermal paste applied towards the processor. So what I like to do, I want to go a little bit overboard. So I'm going to go applying a little bit thermal paste. We're going to do a spin. And then we're going to do a G logo. Like that. Bada bing, bada boom. After that, the next step is once you put a little bit of thermal paste in, we're gonna do the RAM part. We're gonna do slots 2 and 4. Afterwards, you gotta push it in. Just like that. It only goes in one way. So he lines up the pins, he goes for it, and then he's gonna Tom Brady, Gronkowski throw it, 1-2, bucket my shoe. Oh, just like that, and then lock that pin back in place. Okay, once we got done the RAM, processor already done, we're going to save the AIO cooler last, because this bracket's right here. We're going to do M.2. We're going to loosen up the guard for the M.2. I'll be the National Geographic. This is going to be a filter playing right now, black screen. M.2 is going in. He sees his prey. He's going to strike it. He's going to go in. He's going to go in like that. If I'm correct, he's going to plop down like that. You hear the pins? He's gonna plop back down. Quick update, we found the screw that goes into M.2. It was inside the motherboard itself. I found as well, we got extra SATA cables. Thank you, MSI, for the hookers. So what we're gonna do is before we install the GPU cooler fans and the GPU, we're going to be putting this inside the PC case itself. So let's go. Okay, what it looks like we actually take this out. We have the screws on the back to take this out. How to actually get open the side panels open. Once you take out the top panel, there is a total of 3 mechanism points that actually locks the panel in place. That I found out, pop this thing upwards and it should come out. Just like that. Pop it up and the panel comes out. There's actually a lot of room. There is a lot of room in here. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of room. Good. Alright, we found inside the hard drive slot, we found a cardboard box that told out answers. So we got instruction manuals, how to set everything up, found it. We got screws to plug stuff to my motherboard in, double-sided Velcro tape. Thank you so much, Lee and Lee. Oh, a lemon dynamic. Alright, we got the motherboard installed in. The next step we're probably gonna be doing is let's do the case fans, because the case fans will be, in my opinion, I think the case fans, we should do that. Quick update with the motherboard. We got the motherboard in. Last time we talked about putting the power supply in. We noticed there was a total of 2 of these looks like hard drive slots in, held by 2 screws, so one right there, one right there. How to take this out, you pop it open, right up. It should come out. Same thing with the doors, the trim pieces. Once you get that out, you have a lot more coverage on the room. The mess. We spent like almost 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes trying to figure out how to connect this Corsair Commander Pro to work with the RGBs. So I figured it out. So what you're going to be needing is the 3 pins. The 3 fans that come with the fans itself come with the Commander Node Pro, which I found out, which these will actually get powered by the RGB. This is basically a RGB power up. So you'll plug your RGB pins into that, and then for the fans to get powered, you will need is a Corsair Commander Pro. So you plug the non-yellow sticker that says to RGB Pro, you plug that into the Node Pro, the non-RGB sticker. You'll plug that into the fan side, or it should say fans 1 through 6. You plug the fans through there, and then pretty much after that, once we actually get that, next up we're gonna be installing the AIO. For the AIO, if I'm correct, there should be a USB slot inside the Commander Pro, so we're gonna do that next. This is our radiator. Do you see how big this thing is? We don't even have enough room. I'm trying to stay organized, but it's ending up terribly wrong. Alright, keep you guys updated. We figured out this fan situation. Fans figured it out with the Commander Pro. AIO finally figured that out, hub. And then from the AIO, it comes with a, call it that one-handed, like a Pro. I might have to put like a sticky thing over it. No, we're gonna have to put it over there. We're gonna probably put some 3M on it. But we have that connected with the hub that came with the AIO, so we gotta plug that in. And the USB that has the hub will go into the Commander Pro. So this all synchronized. Alright, we just figured out the retentions for the AMD. So for these retentions that's on their OEM, you just pop it up, pop this back. So it's gonna slide into place like this. Just like that.
We finally got the AIO. We figured one problem out with it. So you see this top little bracket, this little screw right here. So it turns out we were using the wrong one this entire time, which we thought it would work with it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, new GPU. Are we ready?
Yeah. Wait 1 second. Oh my gosh!
It's running on high.
So we just figured it out. It gets power, it goes to the BIOS. Next up after that, we're gonna see if it could go through Windows. And then after that, we're gonna wipe everything off with the hard drive. We got all this junk out, vacuumed everything up. Now, while we have the whole pretty much desk area behind us situated, we're gonna put up a under desk cable tray. So we're gonna install this mod. Mom recommended this because it was cheaper. It comes in a two pack, so we can put our surge protectors, all our cables on here, so it could just lay flat on there. This is what it looks like for each one. What we did, we actually had a drill, use a drill bit, drill screws, holes through, so we could put the screws through it. So this is where we're gonna put up surge protectors, all our junk, wires right here. This is like better combo than the IKEA Sigma because you get a total of 2 racks. And I noticed for these racks, you can actually put like zip ties and put like a surge protector underneath here while having stuff on top. So I'm gonna double check with if these are all tight and then call it a day and then keep modifying this desk up. Actually, when you actually look at it, the 1060 has 2 fans. This has 3 fans, and these fans are thicker than that. That tells you more horsepower, more performance, more domination on Halo. They're not ready for us. Onyx solo/duos. Try to get to Onyx rank in open queue. Let's get into it.